Okay, so a hip hike with a double leg abduction. You're going to need to set up either on a step at home, or I'm using a 20-kilogram weight plate. We just want so that when you stand on the edge of the plate here with your inside leg, your outside leg is just hanging in space. Okay? I put my hand on my hip, and I'm using something in my opposite hand, so I'm stood on my right leg. I'm going to hold something in my right hand for support, and put my left hand on my hip. So the first movement is a hip hike, which is where if I let my left foot fall down towards the floor, you'll see my right hip drift down to the side here. And now I'm going to use these glutes on the side to contract and lift my left foot up. We've just done a hip hike movement, okay? So we start with that foot towards the floor. You should feel a bit of a stretch on the outside of the hip here. And now I'm going to use my right foot to push through the plate to lift this side of my leg up. So my left foot is now a little bit higher than my right foot. You're going to hold this. You're going to move your left leg out to the side as far as you can without moving your pelvis at all. You will be able to get your leg higher, but you will cheat to do that. So for example, look at this. I can lift my leg out to the outside that much, but you can see how if I put my hand on my hip starts moving. Whereas you need to be really, really strict. That's why you've got your hand on your hip. When you're holding this hip hike position, and my left foot is now higher than my right, my left foot is going to move out to the side. And as soon as I feel like I can't go anymore, and if I did go anymore, it would move my pelvis, that's where you stop. You should feel in that position your right hip working quite hard to hold you up in this hip hike. And now, out here, your left side hip working quite hard to keep your leg out to the side. So, the final part is we're now going to do the same on the right leg. We're going to move the right foot out to the side, but my foot's on the floor, which means that what that's going to cause, so let's go through the whole movement. Hip hike up, left foot out to the side as far as I can. Now I'm going to think about moving my right foot out to the side. You'll see what that does is it tips my upper body. And then I'm going to come back and drop, and that's one rep. So it's a hip hike with a abduction on one leg and an abduction on the other leg, so double leg abduction.